Dun 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 dun.
Third time he's done it. It's different every time.
This is the Long Top Cricket Podcast, which will soon to be the Game of Thrones podcast if England continue to play in the manner they are.
He's upset. It's just because you
3
can't
days
see.
late, but I'm still.
His teeth were clenched as he was doing it. He's angry.
I'm Dave. I've Owen sat beside me. You all right?
I'm great, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Golden.
How have you been?
I've been good, man.
You've been away?
I've been away. That's why we're late on the old podcast. Been away to the old Amsterdam.
Any cricket?
No, there's a serious lack of. Golf's quite big there.
Is it
Lots of
really?
golf courses.
Although for a European team, the Netherlands they can boast they have an international
They
cricket
do.
site.
They're
And
playing
they know, but-
county championship.
Yeah, I don't know if they're still involved in the
I
limited
don't know.
overs.
I'm going off like a Bradman game and they're rubbish, so I've got no idea.
I definitely remember them.
There's a Pro 40 one, wasn't it, that they got involved in? They weren't actually. Is that right?
Yeah, Pro 40, I think
Yeah.
it was. Yeah. Anyway, so how was,
yeah, you've got to
how
keep
was
going. It's a podcast.
How was Amsterdam?
It was really nice. The city is my favourite that I've been to.
Really?
Definitely. Yeah, it's just chilled out. I mean, not everyone's relaxed. Just chilled out. It's
What do
look
you reckon
like they're
that might
not
be?
quite there.
Were you very relaxed?
I was as soon as I got there, I was chilled out. It was great. It's a lovely place. The only danger is everyone's so chilled out.
Yep.
Very easy to get hit by bicycles because they have the pavement, then a cycling lane on the pavement, then
Yep.
the road, then a cycling lane on the other pavement, and then you're safe. So to cross the road, you've got to cross like 6 lanes of traffic to get across. And very easy to wander into the bike lane when you're just walking along the pavement.
Well, if your head's hazy,
Yeah,
and your leg,
I mean,
and your
if
legs
you're
are
just chilled out, you could
feeling weak.
quite easily just walk
Yeah.
into the. But yeah, lovely place.
Anyway, cricket. Did you get to catch much of it?
I caught. Well, I
Caught
kept
highlights,
up with
didn't
it, but I managed to see the highlights
You didn't miss a lot. England,
of the last day.
England take a battering loss
And
to. Oh, actually, fuck that! I've got
No,
news.
right, but just before, I want to go through it,
You want to advocate drugs?
and then
huh?
before the end of it, when we get to the end day, the last day, then I'll because I'm fuming.
Yeah, you're angry.
Yeah.
What
So
try-
I don't want to comment too much because I'll just get carried away. So I'll leave it until the last day.
Let's do some news then.
Right, it's
on
news.
A, on a,
Ta-da! The news.
on a happier note.
Right.
Gary Balance is injured.
Yeah, thank God for that.
So Gary Balance will miss the third
The
test.
next
So that's
30 years.
not-
That's cricket.
not third. Not
He'll
this-
miss as much of it as I will.
the next Thursday after next. He has bottled it. No, he's got a broken finger.
Yeah, I saw. I've seen the footage of him getting whacked. They're probably regretting that.
The women's team.
I know,
have
incredible.
now got to the final. They'll
cool.
face Australia or India in the final. And,
Be good if they got Australia, wouldn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, well, they've already beaten them once this tournament.
I think we're going to win it.
Contrasting times for
Yeah, I know.
England's women and
Yeah.
England's men's. I'll certainly look to tune in. It's tomorrow. Oh no, the semi-final is tomorrow, and we'll certainly look to tune in. Don't know whether we'll do a show about it. Depends on
I'm sure.
what happens.
Well,
I
if they
suppose.
win, then yeah.
Anyway, kind of heartbreaking news for one team, but exciting for the other. Sri Lanka beat Zimbabwe,
Okay, right.
and it's a record chase in Asia to see
Okay,
Sri Lanka win.
right. Go on.
So poor old.
Do you have the record?
So it's Sri Lanka with 391 for 6. They chased down. They had to chase down.
Oh my lord, that is a big total.
They had to chase down 388 to win in Asia, and poor old Zimbabwe must have thought they had a.
It's
Test
funny,
win
isn't
there.
it, when it's chasing a total to win a game. Totals that if you set at the start of a test match would seem as no big deal, but then when they're chased down to win a game, they're huge.
Wow,
Like chasing 350 to win a test match.
it's
It's massive,
Yeah, it's a
but
big
if you
deal.
set that, you're like, wow, yeah, make it competitive.
yeah. So
I wonder if that's probably to do with conditions.
Oh,
and shit
well,
that make it worse, but anyway.
especially in Colombo.
Yeah,
it's gonna
I mean,
be-
that's
it's going to spin.
That's
But,
crazy.
Yeah, that is the fifth highest run chase ever. and
Wow.
obviously the highest in Asia. So
Cool.
unlucky to Zimbabwe. Eh? Let's go on to the second test:
Between
England and South Africa,
South Africa.
where we see them play at Trent Bridge.
Trent Bridge.
Now, Trent Bridge, we've spoke about how we liking English stadiums or pitches,
Yeah.
or however you want it,
And changed a bit.
and how just because of the way that the stadium
get a
works,
different- yeah.
it completely changes
Yes.
the dynamics of the play. So, overhead conditions are still a big part, but there's
It was as well.
Yeah.
It was definitely different.
there's a rumor about Trent Bridge that it with the new buildings that have come and the turning of the pitch,
I love when
that
they
it swings
do that.
around corners, and Jimmy Anderson's got a fantastic record there. Let's start from the start. And
Do you not think that kind of thing's a bit stupid? I love it when they're like, "Oh, you cannot put a block of flats there. The ball never moved now." I'm like, "What? Come on!"
yeah, it's though
I don't think anyone actually
quite like
knows what makes the ball swing loads at some grounds and not at others. I don't
Yeah.
think we actually know the factor.
they'll have to put like a scientific.
There's got to be so many different things. The ball that you like, each ball's different,
Yep.
isn't it? It's going to
Yep.
be different.
Yeah, each ball will
You're going to
behave
have different conditions, even at the same ground, every single time you play.
differently.
Anyway.
Every hour it
So-
could change.
So I imagine, because I remember they were speaking when I had a tour around Lords. They were saying that putting in the underground, like drainage system, they were really worried it was just going to completely kill it.
What,
So
make it
like
Bassam-
just make it just
what, even more of a road
just
than
complete,
already
yeah,
is?
well, but like to have just it like be the UAE and just kill it.
Oh, okay.
That it would have
right.
nothing.
Yep.
But
Well, they've done a good job of getting close to that. Apart from the last test was very good. Teams, we see Faf du Plessis come back in for South Africa. And of course, no room for...
he's got to think he's the boy, isn't he? He must think he's the dog's bollocks after that.
no room for Rabada because he's...
Well, they had room for him, but yeah,
So Chris Morris has come in. They got rid of somebody else as well.
Yeah.
And this lad called Oliver comes in. Or Olivia, hell,
right.
if you like. I just want to... Is there any players in that South African team you'd take through to your England squad? Got it.
Well, that I'd have in the England team.
Yeah, so...
Well, any player.
But what I'm going to say is you have to choose them
There's quite a few.
on where they bat in this lineup. So you
Oh,
have to
I see.
almost
So you've
go
got
for
to
number 3
like
has to
for
go
like.
number 3, yeah.
Yeah, all right, okay.
Dean Elgar I'd take to partner Alistair Cook as one of the opening batsmen.
Yes.
Hashim
Yes.
Amla would definitely come in for Gary Balance, wouldn't
Yes.
he? Would
It's
de
annoying
Kock
that
come
Quinton
for-
de Cock's at 4.
But would he come in for Johnny Bairstow?
No,
I like Johnny.
Yeah, I wouldn't replace Johnny.
Faf du Plessis.
No. I don't want to replace Johnny Bairstow.
Right, okay. If you're gonna,
But if I have to do place for place, I'm not replacing Johnny Bairstow. So, and then
what about the bowlers then? Because Bavuma's all right, but Ben Stokes is probably better. Philander, would he come in? Okay, Moeen Ali's there at the moment, but
you weird knee, Philander.
it shouldn't work, but it does. I've said this. About
Yeah, but
him
he's
in the last episode. How can you bowl 77 miles per hour and cause all sorts of trouble?
he does a bit.
Oh, he does a
He does
lot.
he does a bit, and he doesn't get it wrong very often.
No.
And
he's
it's like
a
it
good-
just
good
shows like
player.
if you're that consistent.
He's probably right. Glenn McGrath, did he have pace once upon a time? Or
I think he was always
Is he
sort
always
of low
been-
80s.
high 70s, low
Yeah,
80s, kind
yeah,
of like
that-
similar to
yeah.
Philander. No, it was Philander.
What's that? Fast medium.
Medium fast.
I don't want to get into this
No,
again.
no, that's fast medium. I think. Yeah. I
I don't know. I don't know the difference between the two.
I'd probably. Would you take any of the bowlers? Would Morkel come in for somebody? Mark Wood, maybe.
I like Morkel a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, I probably would take Morkel.
I think that's about it, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Their spinner. Would you take Maharaj?
Where
over?
does
Well, I'll take him over Liam Dawson, but
where does
Moeen Ali's better.
Rabada bat?
Uh,
He's not that low, is he?
no, you might want to take him for Liam Dawson, but then you've got
4.
So is Rabada better than Broad Anderson? Probably not, but he could be, I suppose.
I don't want to talk about Stuart Broad. I'll get to him later.
Right.
I'm fuming. I don't want to talk about him now.
Right. Okay. I I will present a question to you later on, Owen.
Okay.
That when we had this run chase was on, and we either had to bat 2 days or chase down the runs to win or draw. I thought to myself, what 3 players from the last 10, 15 years would I like to bring in that are English into that batting lineup to give us a chance? Because I'm going to be completely honest with you, I didn't think we ever stood a chance, and exactly what happened, I thought would happen.
Right.
Us being dribbled out for something like 44 overs is slightly exaggerated, but I thought we might get out for 220, not 130, but I'm going to leave that in the back of your mind to think of 2 or 3 players you would draft in. But let's get on with the game. And
Don't worry about
it starts with
Go on.
All right, it starts with South Africa winning the toss and choosing to bat. Though Joe Root says he would have bowled first. From about this moment on, it starts.
I reckon that's probably
slightly downhill from
I reckon he's probably telling the truth there. I don't think that's one of those things to try and he wanted to bowl,
but
so that's fine.
They didn't bowl well enough to start with, I don't think.
No, but I mean, England I think they would usually pick to bowl first at Trent Bridge.
Yeah.
Because I think they bat themselves to make early damage.
So what do you reckon? 66 for 2 going into lunch. 70 odd for 2 off 30 odd overs. So yeah,
It's just
65, 66, 67, whatever it was, going into 2 wickets down, going into lunch. It's slow progress, but you think they could have taken earlier wickets better? I had made because it was certainly overcast.
Yeah, I'd say that's sort of
par or
that's sort of in the balance.
Yeah,
I would think because Trent Bridge, you can easily get a team out cheaply. That can happen pretty quick. Yep. So 66 for 2. I'd say you're right in the balance there.
We see Hashim Amla make a brilliant 78. Hashim Amla is, I know, people will be scream, but he's a class act.
Yeah, he's a little out of form, but very good player. very, very good player.
He's a proper Test match batsman, which I don't know if England have, apart from Joe Root. But Joe Root does silly things
again,
sometimes.
We'll get onto that.
They pushed de Kock up the order, and he makes a 68.
He's class, isn't he?
He's a good player. Do you know
I'd love to have him as our wicket keeper.
I'm gonna find out his average.
47.
I've become a bit of
That would be incredible if his average is 47.
I've been a bit of a stat man recently. Not like I'm finding my own stats. I just like to find.
Yeah.
I've been interested in him.
What?
Oh my lord!
You're always about stats.
Yeah, I'm a big. His average is 49 in Test cricket.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's incredible. He's at 21 matches, 34 innings. Only a high score of 129 though. But
you pick people on averages. You do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but someone could, like, you wouldn't even bother looking at them. They could have scored like 2 million in one innings and got ducks for the rest of their career. But yeah, he's in the team. Like, you just don't care.
Nope. Show me that wagon wheel as well.
You play on paper, mate. You play on paper.
Yeah. I'm a paper player. Also a paper maker. So de Kock comes in earlier than probably expected. He makes 68. Now, starts for everybody, but Philander, good bowler. He can bat as well. Right? Better than Ben Stokes.
yeah.
That's a couple of Test 50s now. He's proven to be a tough cookie to crack.
I think everyone is getting better at batting now.
They are, aren't they?
Everyone is getting better at batting.
Because Morkel, all right, he's number 10 here, but Morkel's nowhere near normally number. He was number 11 in the last.
I think it's just because being aggressive is so it's like acceptable now in Test cricket. Yeah. So tail enders just well, I'll have a bit of a go, and you can get a 50 by having a bit of a go.
Yeah.
So people do better.
I think Philander. I think he is an accomplished batsman. Morris is a decent
that's harsh. He's not just having a go. You know what I mean? No,
he plays proper shots, and he waits on bad balls, and he does well. The bowling, Jimmy Anderson, it's his favourite ground probably, or his most successful ground. Is picks up 5 for 72. Brody 3 for 64, and 2 for Stokes.
Yeah, I mean it's all right, isn't it? It's okay.
I think Jimmy Anderson did well. 335 all out. Is that par, below par? About par,
England, you've got to say, would be like, we're well in it. isn't it? It's like you're not
Well,
put
England are
off by
certainly
three.
not, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But I'd say that actually,
If
South
England
Africa-
set that, they'd be like, we can win this
Yeah,
from here.
yeah.
So it's in England's favour.
I'd say probably. I think South Africa would always say we got runs on the board.
What's the name of the thing that does the win predictor? Whatever it is.
Well, not Duckworth Lewis.
No. They have it on Sky
yeah,
Sports.
they
It
do.
gives the percent
Yeah,
of
I know what you
whose
mean.
favour it's
Yeah,
in.
Yeah.
What,
what
it's got to be like. Well, I would say
40-60 England at that point.
close to 60% in England's favour after that.
Yeah, those like I said, South Africa probably happy they've got the runs on the board, haven't they? They haven't,
Yes,
they haven't done.
and
What,
like I said, that's got to be average, isn't it? Because if
Yeah.
you're the touring team, you're really happy with getting 335 there as well. So it's right in the balance.
especially at Trent Bridge, especially a pitch where Jimmy Anderson's already picked up 5
Exact-
wickets.
yeah,
You've done well to
exactly,
get 3-5, and that's helped through a couple of important knocks. Now, England find themselves 3 for 2. I'm tired of talking about England being 80 odd for 3, 80 odd for 4 as well. It seems to be an occurrence that keeps on happening.
Yeah. Do you find it's also weird though when we go through the team talking about a team it's amazing how deep we bat. We just got everyone can bat.
Yeah.
Oh,
And do you
how
know
can
what?
we collapse constantly then?
Do you know what is amazing? How you look at that scorecard and you're like, there's no way they made 200 there. Because pretty much only 2 people have batted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. You could see 200 there. Yeah, it's rubbish. It's rubbish.
Well, Joe Root, 78 off 76.
I think
do you
we've-
know how to play Test cricket? I'm not being funny.
Yeah, I think we got 2 Test batsmen.
No, I think Joe Root was just smashing it around. So Cook and
Root are the 2 people that might have a go at actually trying to bat.
I remember
in
being
a Test match.
a little bit critical of you and a comment that was made to say that England were flat track bullies.
Yeah.
And this is exposing them.
Right.
They are
Yeah.
bullies, aren't they?
Yeah.
Is it Cook's mate? Yeah, he's going to get out. It's going to happen.
Yeah, but
But I feel like if you get him out, then there's a good chance you get your 3 down with him out. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
I think-
absolutely. It's just rubbish.
Is Jennings a Test match batsman?
I don't know, but he hasn't got long to. I don't know. The problem is what are we going to do? Get rid of him and get someone else who isn't? But we don't have anyone.
And Jennings has got a Test match 100. Yeah.
It's just.
The thing is, the strange thing is I feel like you should give him the time, but
I
that's
think it's
only to-
mentality.
I think you should give Jennings the time, but that's only to prove us right that he's shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, we'll find out he's shit.
Yeah,
Let us find that out.
I think that's a good way to do it. But let's at least either he'll show he's good enough,
Yeah.
or we'll find out he's not.
Yeah.
It's one or the other. Don't drop him straight away and then go, oh, we can always come back to him. But no, let's find out if he is or if he isn't. If he isn't, don't pick him for another 3 years and then go back and look at him.
I agree with that. Gary Balance makes another start.
We know he's rubbish. He's
He's making
not good
starts,
enough.
though, which is...
He's not good enough.
We said that in the last episode, that the 30s and the 20s and 25, that must be the most frustrating time to get out, because he makes them, but he just can't continue. And he gets bowled by Philander.
Yeah, he's not good enough. I'm not even looking at it properly. I'm so annoyed.
You don't think he's good enough?
I don't. No. What, do you? Come on.
I don't like that top 3.
He's averaging 100 in county cricket.
Yeah.
He's a county cricket player.
Do you think he is
He's a county cricket player.
a Graham Hick?
He's
Mark
worse.
Ramprakash?
He's worse.
But
He's worse.
But he's like...
but he's more of the extreme of that. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, okay,
He's
so-
he's so off the scale.
Right, okay.
Like he's so good in county cricket and literally doesn't know which end to hold it when he gets into the Test arena. He's that bad.
Now this injury, is this goodbye?
I'll tell you what will happen though. He won't. If he gets dropped, his average for England will still be like high 30s or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then people will look back at him in
Why
like
was he
6
never
months
given
and
a
we got a problem.
chance?
But, well, he's averaging brilliantly. Like we should have a look at him again. Rubbish.
What do you think about Joe Root's innings? A very quick one. Do you think he was... I'm not saying he was taking the piss out of Test cricket, but... do you think he should have... I know being on top's great, but maybe slowed it down, and it's difficult to say. He's got 78, it's a good score.
think he does his best when he's going at like that one a ball kind of run rate.
So,
Like
what
when
he's doing here.
when he speeds it up, when he's just like not as in hitting fours or boundary hitting, but when he's getting off strike all the time.
Yeah.
So he'll face two
Right,
balls
yeah,
and then he'll have scored or he'll be off strike
So
again.
you like it when he hits 120 off 150
Because it
balls.
seems like nothing's going
140
on,
balls, yeah.
but then after like 30 overs,
he accumulates
he's,
a lot of runs,
he's
yeah.
suddenly on a big score. So yeah, I've got no problem with that. I don't think that is him batting silly.
No, okay,
Like
fair
if
enough then.
if
Well,
like
he's made 78, hasn't he?
Stokes was on 78 often, he'd have like missed like 30 balls and hit the rest of them for boundaries. So
Bairstow missed out on a 50. Gets bowled by Maharaj. He looked better this test, Maharaj. He did Bairstow well and probably, did.
I like the
Slightly.
bear, but got to
He's
We'll
got,
have comments on him later.
I think he is just maybe slightly dipping, but that I think there's only 100 he needs to.
yeah, but he's scoring runs.
Yeah.
and he has been for a while.
There's a
so
silly stat I think in the last 20 odd innings
He's fine.
he's only scored
He is not a
twice
problem.
below 10.
My thing is whether he should have a go at 3 and bring in a wicket.
Bairstow,
Yeah.
no chance.
Well,
Root
who-
at 3 maybe. Root at 3.
What on Bairstow 4?
But I like Bairstow 5. Bring someone
I
else.
don't want an opener and a number 3 that's rubbish.
No, I want Root as my number 3. I think he has to
It's
step
so
up. and go number
bad.
3. I've got something that I want to talk to you
Right.
about. Is Moeen Ali averages 35. Mm-hmm. Stokes averages 33.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only 2, right?
Yeah.
But I think England have treated Moeen Ali like shit.
Yeah.
Where to bat.
Yeah.
He's either
Well,
got,
they have-
got
they
8 or
definitely have.
9.
Yeah.
He's opened.
Yeah.
And he's averaging better than someone who, let's be quite honest, people have raved about
Yeah.
Stokes.
yeah.
I'm thinking about swapping those 2 round.
Yeah, well,
Give Moeen Ali a better
I'm
chance.
sorry, but Moeen Ali has had his fair chance of being raved about as well when he bowls floaty, dobby off spin and people love it.
But what I'm saying is I think Moeen Ali has actually done better in a harder situation than Ben Stokes has.
I have never gone crazy about Ben Stokes.
No, I know
He
you
does
haven't,
my Sweden.
but a lot of people haven't.
Yeah, I know. It's because he's big and ginger.
He averages 33, 32, 33. That's not that great. Paul Collingwood averaged more than that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But exactly, Paul Collingwood averaged more than Ben Stokes, Moeen
But
Ali.
you're on paper, mate. You're on paper.
Yeah, he'd still get in the team.
I
now.
don't
You think?
think he's a. I'll tell you this.
He's not in
the
form.
people are going to kick.
He certainly doesn't look good.
People are going to kick off about this. He's not irreplaceable,
No.
Ben Stokes. is he?
No. I don't
Pete,
think
what
he is.
we're going?
I don't think
People are going to
he's-
rip me apart on that.
I don't. I think he has. He's a little bit like Moeen Ali, where
He will never get dropped.
he will have like a really good game that keeps him in.
Yeah, Ben Stokes will never get dropped. So even if he doesn't bat and he doesn't bowl, he can take an incredible catch. But oh, good, that comes off once every 6 Test matches. Keep him in the team for that one.
Well, England bowled out for 205 in 52 overs. To be bowled out in a Test match of 52 overs, that's upsetting.
It's bad. It's really bad. It's really bad, and that is just like we can't bat. You can't get bowled out in 50. If you're going to have a collapse, you should make it span for as long as possible. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like if you're not going to score runs, at least make them field for a while.
But
50 overs.
I think what we see with England is they have this idea they get to 80 for 3, 90 for 4 kind of style. And they just think we'll counter-attack like we do in ODI cricket. We'll hit our way out of this. That's not how. That's not clever Test match
Yeah,
cricket.
I think they've got the problem is a mentality issue. I think their mental state in Test matches is wrong.
I think the way that they faced Maharaj was bad. The spinner is bowled 10 overs, Owen, on the second day and taking 3 wickets. They've only allowed him to bowl 10 overs.
Yeah, you got to target the spinner.
Though Morkel and Philander both do well with 2, and then Morris, we see Morris bowl picks up 3. This isn't the strange thing is this isn't South Africa's strongest bowling lineup. There's no Darryl Steyn, he's at home injured. There's no Rabada. It's kind of slightly worrying that they've just run through England twice.
And we were ripping them about their bowling attack not being great.
Yeah,
The last
we said
podcast,
it was
we were
average.
having a
didn't
go
we?
at 'em.
We said they got
I
2
know.
bowlers, and they certainly worked better as a team. Is that the Faf du Plessis?
I don't know. I don't know if you can have that much
Does he
effect.
come in and motivate, or does he get the best out of players?
I mean, I don't know, possibly, but England have definitely helped them.
Oh yeah, England
Definitely
England.
helped them.
Yeah.
I mean, really poor. I tell you what, I know we have a go at the bowling sometimes, but it tends to be the batting when we lose, doesn't it?
In the Test match, well, yeah,
It's like we give it away.
in Test match
It's like
cricket,
we give it away. When was the last time it was like a bowl was completely unplayable that got everyone out? Doesn't happen that often with England.
Well,
Coming up against someone, it's just like, well, that was just like a spell that was unbelievable that we just
Right.
couldn't touch the ball.
yeah, maybe. I'm certainly not in this Test match. Maybe in the subcontinent when
Because England have got teams out with like James Anderson,
yeah,
where he's just got a team. It's like
maybe
okay, but
Ashwin, Jadeja in the winter
Right.
had times, but apart from that, there's not been that Mitchell Johnson Ashes kind of
exactly. So we just
come in and played something unplayable.
I'll wait until our last innings.
You're
before
looking
we
forward
get
to
into
that?
Yeah.
So South Africa come and make 343 for 9.
Yeah, they just did the
They-
same thing
they-
again.
But they did better in their second innings.
I know.
England shouldn't be. They shouldn't allow that. I know they've lost it with the bat, but they shouldn't allow them to come in and do.
I reckon they had huge confidence
Yeah, well,
of getting England out for 100 less than their score and be like,
in one of the post-match interviews, I think I forgot who said this, but one of the South African boys said, "We know England batter teams, but then give it away the next game. We know that they're not consistent. We know that you can.
I think England.
You're always in the game
yeah,
against England."
I think England are front runners. I think England can kill you if they're winning, but if they're not winning, then
They're very
you've
quickly.
got they're very very beatable.
Elgar makes 80, Amla 87. Unlucky not to get 100 either innings.
Really hard to get 100, I think, in those conditions.
Yeah,
Just not.
Yeah. Well, I think
both teams are good enough bowling attack.
You know, Hashim Amla 87 off 180. The thing about Hashim Amla is he knows when to leave. He knows when to just.
Yeah,
Stick
that's
there, doesn't
Test
he?
match innings.
Can you imagine somebody, Balance or Stokes? I don't think they know when to leave or when to stick in there. I think the pressure builds and then they start looking for runs.
Yeah,
And I think
I
England-
can take long on.
Yeah.
No.
It's just like, I'll have that flashy cover drive. Yeah. But I think Hashim Amla is a Test match player who will wait and play through sticky situations.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Faf and Philander both make runs in the second innings. Were you upset about the bowling in the second innings? Was it Broad you were upset with?
Well, no, no. But it's the batting I'm waiting for.
Right, okay.
I'm going to kick off.
Moeen Ali takes 4. What do you reckon? So he picks up 4 in that innings.
Yeah.
World class offie. Okay, he mops up towards the back end.
I'll keep saying it. If he bowls more than the spinner,
Yeah.
then
he's the number
let's
one
pick
spinner
someone
then.
else.
Yeah.
Pick someone else.
Dawson-
Why is Dawson in this team?
He's picked up 1 wicket and he hasn't brought anything with a bat. Get him out. I'd rather have another batsman in there because England are shit at batting.
Yes. Yeah. It's just like, Moeen Ali isn't our bowler. He's not our bowler. It's just so like people can't have a go. But he's not our bowler. He's not our spin bowler. We pick one. But why isn't he bowled? But Moeen's better at bowling. Like,
Do you know what Trevor Bayliss has said?
that he's Australian, so he wants us to lose. But I don't know.
Jonathan Agnew says to Trevor Bayliss, what is all this nonsense about Moeen Ali not being the number 1 spinner, not being the best spinner? Trevor Bayliss, we never said he wasn't the best. He's just like,
Brilliant.
but you implied that he's not in the team as the number 1 spinner. Just like, no. And it's just like, well, yeah.
So I don't just admit it. So he is. We have no options. He's our best spinner.
Trevor Bayliss won't last to the end of summer. What have they lost? Something like 7, 8 Test matches in the last 7 in the last 9. Is it or something ridiculous?
Not great, is it? And that's terrible.
He'll in the interview he gave after that South Africa game. Looks like he's a man on borrowed time.
I saw Beefy saying we need to pick Rashid. If you're going to pick another spinner, you may as well pick Rashid. Because you may as well just give him a go. And if he's working, perfect. If he's not, then it's fine. We waste that position
But at
anyway.
least
We're playing with 10 men anyway.
Because I can't believe that Dawson is the best spinner in England. I can't believe that he's anywhere near that. I can't believe he's in the top 5. I can because of English spin, but I can't. He's not in the top 3.
What
or
happened to
4.
the bloke who throws it? He was quite good.
Yeah,
wasn't
what
he?
happened to
What
Likic?
happened to him? Let's give him a go. They
I
sorted
think-
him out. Look, they did like Murray, innit?
Well, yeah, he
Like
came down
just
and
changed
bowled
his action completely when they got the computer on him, then put him back in a game with throwing it again.
He came down and bowled some dobbers, and then and went away and passed it. I think if they brought Rashid in, I wouldn't mind because I think we need to have a proper spinner. But if
Or
they-
a batsman.
or a batsman,
Bring
yeah.
a batsman in.
Don't mess around with another Dawson. We've seen Dawson, we've seen Ansari, we've seen Batty.
I'll tell you what.
All shit.
Or pick a spinner who plays as the spinner and put Moen up the order.
Yeah, well, definitely put him in front of
Innit?
Stokes.
Either one of those is fine. But
Yeah.
that's just wasting. That's like
Dawson.
international level. You can't just carry people.
I think Dawson's time's up.
I bet you they pick him for the next one.
Oh, if they do.
Who are they going to replace him with? Because they're going to pick a spinner.
Rash.
I hope so. I hope so.
They have to.
They'll pick Rash and then bowl in 4 overs. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so you're quite upset about the
It's-
but
but
you're
it's so
such a
stupid.
passionate person when it comes to the spin.
It's, a,
I think that's what you look out for. In the game.
it's just wasting it. I don't understand it. It's when I actually can't.
Well,
Like I try and imagine being sat in the selection meeting
yeah.
and just what was the actual conversation? I don't know. I don't know how they came to that conclusion.
yeah.
Like what?
It's like, do you know there's this
Who
really
gave,
good bowler?
like who gave the reason? Like, oh, should we pick Dawson? Like, go on. Like, well,
He's not good at anything.
He can't really bowl. He's definitely not a batsman, and we can put him in there. Like, where? But I don't know. We need an extra bloke. Like, I'll do it. But no, you can't do it. We need to pick someone who's actually played. But all right, put him in there. Do you know what I mean? How did they come to that?
Well, I'll be surprised to see Dawson in the next lineup. The second innings, right? Do you want to?
Yeah. Well,
Do you want to go for it?
To sum it up, like, I think England decide they've lost before they have.
Well, England do find themselves
Right. And then
84 for 5.
and then they just bat like they don't care. When, as soon as
Oh,
they
yeah.
get in trouble
Yeah,
where
of
they're going
course
to
they
lose
do,
the game,
yeah.
they're just like, "Bleh." I saw Stuart Broad in the highlights.
Okay, yeah.
Comes out, right? He comes out that England are in a world of trouble. He tries to slap one, sort of misses it, and just starts laughing about it. He's like laughing, goes up to
yeah.
whoever else is out there and like punches gloves with him, like having a laugh. But he doesn't care. He doesn't care.
He doesn't care about it. It's so,
Do you
it's-
see how he got out?
No.
You see how he got out?
How did he get
They
out?
put a man back. They put a man
Right.
back down deep mid wicket,
yeah.
and he sweeps the spinner like slog sweeps him straight down his throat. But do you know what? I can't be bothered. I might get a quick 30 and call it a day.
133 all out in 44 overs. England haven't been able to bat 100 overs in the game.
It's so rubbish.
That has shown
it's-
no
it's-
fight for me. Absolutely no fight.
No,
Apart from Alistair Cook, who is a fighter.
they don't care.
He picks up 42, but everybody else makes fuck
It's
all.
just like, oh, let's get on to the next one. We lost this one.
yeah.
We're 4 wickets down. Oh, we lost this one.
yeah.
On to the next one.
Yeah, let's go home. And
Like, let's just get it done with. What? Oh, I can't bear it.
I'm sorry, but I think we need to see more from Stokes, Bairstow.
Did you
Balance,
see Stokes get a hit by that bouncer?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. It was so good.
Again, Maharaj
Bairstow as well.
picks up wickets.
I really like Bairstow, but what is he doing?
Yeah.
He came dancing down the pitch and tried to... And he just like nudged it to mid-on. Like, oh my God.
Well, it's just like I don't know. I don't think England know when they saw that. Right? You know, there's lots of chat about Atherton saving the Test match against South Africa. You know, when he batted for 1 million days and got bounced all day.
It's like even you hear the commentators say when Alistair Cook gets out, like, oh, sorry, only player that can bat for days, but we needed him to stay in.
England saw that, right? And I reckon. Do you know what they said? There's no way we'll be able to bat 2 days. We won't even try.
Yeah.
We'll just try and win it
Oh, brilliant.
from ball one.
Brilliant.
And
Oh,
then,
it's just like,
but I'm tired of seeing us 40 for 3, 50 for 3. That ends up leading us 120 for 5. I'm really now.
it happens all the
It's
time.
happened in the last year, 18 months. It's happened far too many times.
What
for
are we
us
going to do?
Well,
I think it might be worth
route 3.
getting rid of... I'll tell you what, it might be worth getting rid of some batsmen and putting more pressure on the good ones. As in, let's pick the best people and put them at the top of the order.
Right.
Not try and fill a position that we like. I know I usually hate just promote people until they're no good, but we bring people in like we don't have a number 3 in England. So Gary Balance, let's put him. No, he can't do it. He's not good enough. So we know Moeen Ali can play reasonably well. He needs to go up the order, not 3.
Okay, so maybe.
But Joe Root can bat 3. We know he can bat 3. He's good enough. He needs to bat 3. We need an opener. So I don't know where we're going to get one of them from.
What I want is so Balance is out, right?
Yes.
I don't want. I said Butler to begin with. This has shown me that I don't want a flat track bully. I want someone who can play Test cricket.
Yeah.
Everybody does, but I want someone that can just hang around there could face 40 overs and score.
I want 2.
100.
I want 2 people like that.
I'm going to ask you now. The question that I asked at the start of the show was: in the last 15 years, though, when you're allowed to choose 2 or 3 players, I've got mine in the back of my mind. To be in that situation where you think, actually, they might give us a chance of saving that game. Test match players that you think England are missing.
Well, I'll take Andrew Strauss to bat with Alistair Cook.
Strauss
all day.
And I think he was a fighter as well.
Yeah, and those 2 together were just brilliant.
And
fantastic
also,
opening
I
partnership.
just thought he had some bollocks about him, Strauss.
He was so good for so long. It was just like openers weren't a problem.
Yeah, and Strauss was my one, and I think maybe
right. Andrew Strauss, Trot, surely.
He's a proper Test match batsman who could hang around.
Sure, I'm just naming the 2011 Ashes winning team.
I give you one more to fit in there. Maybe take out Dawson. I want to put another batsman in.
I don't know if I'd put another batsman in. If I could have any players from the last 15 years.
Well, don't put Swanee in there, but
why not? That's what I'd have.
You're gonna have to put another batsman in there. That's what I'm saying.
If I have to pick another batsman. Oh my God, I don't know. Who am I going to take out? What? So we're taking Dawson out and putting another batsman.
Yeah,
in?
but you can play him wherever you want.
I don't know.
Right. You're going to disagree with this name. Plucky.
Oh
Brigadier
my God,
Block.
Jesus Christ! I knew you were going to say that.
He is a fighter. Paul Collingwood is a fighter. No, Owen. He averaged the same as Andrew Strauss.
Yeah, but he was rubbish.
A fighter.
Gary Balance probably averages more than Andrew Strauss. He's rubbish.
I don't think that's true.
It probably is. Probably is.
Collingwood won't give his wicket away. He'll look ugly at the crease. But that's what you need with England. You need someone that can just score ugly runs. I don't want to see Moeen Ali
can't bring the
throwing
bat
it to the
down
boundary
straight.
every 2 seconds. So I tell you, he was quite a good-looking player, and we said it before, little
KP?
James Taylor.
KP. Oh, Taylor.
We need you. I'm not saying come back and risk everything, but we need somebody like him that can just...
Compton. Bring him back. Take up the deliveries.
God, yeah.
Take up the deliveries.
Right, James Vince.
Yeah.
Duckett.
We've got some players, haven't we?
We need a plucky player who can play Test cricket and just bat long.
I'd like an opener and a number 3.
Yeah, and probably a proper spinner.
Those are very we need a spinner, an opener, and a number 3. Like those are and
then you could also
those
argue
are incredibly important positions.
You could also argue another middle order batsman. That's a lot of positions that we're not particularly happy about.
Okay, rubbish. There we go. That game was rubbish. England gave that game away. We need to show some bollocks in the next game.
We've got 2 Test matches left. How do you see them?
I want to know what the coaches how the coaches treat the players now. Do they just go, oh, unlucky, because they deserve a bollocking for
Well, what
that.
does Joe Root do?
But yeah, exactly. I knew that was going to happen. I knew he'd win one game. He'd win one game,
yeah.
and everyone would think he's the best captain in the world. Like, piss off. If Alistair Cook was the captain, we'd have won the first game and we'd have lost this game. Makes no difference who the captain is.
Like Freddie Flintoff.
Yeah, you reckon Gary Balance out there like, oh, Joe Root's the captain. I can't wait to impress him. Rubbish.
You're not.
It's just stupid. I don't care. I don't care. Makes no difference to the batting who the captain is.
No.
No. Who's scared of Joe Root when they get out, going back to the changing room?
Or he's just
Going, I hope Joe Root doesn't give me a bollocking. I have to tread on him as I go through there. Imagine going back to Andrew Strauss. But Jesus Christ.
Well, who would you captain me then?
You need one of those as well. Pick a captain.
I think you go... I can't think of a player that's going to come in. I think it's going to have to be a county player. But, you know, I look forward to slating them as well when they do. I think we'll...
Should we just call it a day there?
look to end it there. Exciting news.
Go on.
We have a rainy day podcast coming out Sunday because there's no play.
Oh, yeah.
If there's anything you would like for us to talk about, then please let us know in the comments. We haven't got any ideas as of yet, and we need to...
We'll have one, though, and it'll be great.
Yeah.
But if you want to contribute, you know, you're more than welcome.
We'll certainly be doing the next test, which is late July, Thursday 20-something. So that'll probably wrap up in 3 days, so don't worry about that. And if you've enjoyed...
Where is the next one?
Some of the shit. It's like Lord's, I'm interested. Do you want me to find out?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
If you have enjoyed this episode,
Which I'm sure you have.
I've enjoyed it.
Do you reckon we come across as England fans? I think we do.
Do you think
because
we come
care
across as
about
Arsenal TV? You know, like where they just bitch about the players.
Yeah.
So I don't want that to happen.
No, I know, because I listen to podcasts about sport and I can't bear it when it's just negative. Do you know what I mean? That's all they're bothered about doing. And this one was. This one was just negative.
I think we have a laugh though when we do it.
Yeah, I know, but
In Collingwood.
I need something. I need something to get positive about.
I'm thinking of something for you.
Right, but
No,
I don't want to be negative all the time.
Well,
but when you bottle it and you can't be arsed,
we don't
I'm
bat
gonna have a
100
go
overs
at
in a test match.
when you can't be arsed, I'm going to have a go at you. Right, sorry.
You should be the England captain. They'll be quaking. Anyway, drop down a comment. We'd love to hear from you guys. Hit a like if you've enjoyed this. Subscribe.
All the buttons underneath it. Play the triangle.
hit the bell.
Hit the little bell. Hit the little bell.
All
the buttons under the thing. Press them.
Yeah.
Under the video,
Tell
any
a
little
friend.
click thing.
And we shall
All
speak
that.
to you on Sunday.
Have a good one. I hope you enjoyed it.